What's going on, everybody? It's Colton coming to you from the chalkboard, mustache and all. It's been a little bit. And a lot has happened. Um, Obviously, my dad passing and everything. The stuff kind of trickled down. I had shit I had to get taken care of in my life, uh, and I did. But I got a badass new job and a great boss and a great girlfriend, and life is falling back together for me. So that's always good. This video is kind of just a what's to come. I have a new podcast starting and coming out working with the PRA Club, and that is going to be called Portage Recovery Podcast. That will be on a different channel than my channel, obviously, but I will, as those videos come out, which will only be getting filmed once a month, the first Friday of every month, and then they'll probably come out, which we haven't discussed, probably a week or two after. So the middle of every month, those videos will be dropping, and those will be very, very interesting, very cool. A lot of good people, hopefully, to be on there talking and stuff like that. So a lot of guests and everything. That's going to be a really cool endeavor. Also, with the racing and everything and the car stuff. That's going to be getting put on the channel a lot more, and me and my boss actually have started a TikTok called Ultradyne Performance, all one word, Ultradyne Performance, and that's been going fairly well as well. What I'm doing for work right now is back to wrenching on cars, back to doing what I need to do, and I'm not at a dealership or nothing. I'm actually at a really cool place called Ultradyne Performance Center. As you can put together from the TikTok name. And we work on a lot of muscle cars and race cars and stuff like that. We're actually getting a funny car for the shop we'll have next year. Paul's got a driver and everything. And I've got to meet a lot of very interesting people, like the Greek. He's a very old school drag racer as well. Where I'm at, what we're doing in the future is we got a couple Chevelles that we are going to be working on. One is a True 64. Sorry, excuse me. One is a True 64 Malibu SS soft top. That's a very gorgeous car. I would love to actually own it. And I started in a pool league too. I played my first games last night, and that went interesting. But back to the car stuff. We just finished up on a 69 RS Camaro convertible. It's blue with black race stripes. Very gorgeous car. We did a lot of work to it. A lot of work. And you can see all that work on my TikTok that kind of followed that car story. I didn't really start these videos till lately because me and my boss haven't really discussed them too much till this past weekend when we went out to the Michigan opener for pool. I got to watch Federer and everybody play, and a lot of good people shoot some pool. So that was really cool. We also ended up getting some engine stands, which I will show you here in a second. We got on a pretty good deal, and we're flipping one for the shop, and we're keeping one for the shop. And flipping means we bought it and we fixed it up, and we're going to sell it. The other one we're keeping for the shop for motor projects we do in the future, any motor builds we do. We can put on the run stand, and for when people want to buy them or something, we can have them on the run stand. We can show them it running. We can accelerate it. We can do all that. And it's out of a car because, when we're selling motors are out of the car. My boss, Paul, he's a really cool guy. You guys will probably get introduced to him in one of the videos on the channel. I'm actually at work right now. I'm going to be doing some filming at work, especially here in the coming future with everything. And yeah, I can show you around the shop a little bit. We got a couple things in here, a couple things of Paul's and a couple customer cars that we're going to be working on. This is the 64 Malibu. It isn't, oh, sorry about that. It is an SS. So we're doing a lot of interior dash work and everything. We're changing out all this, doing all that. Obviously, it's a little dusty. It's been in the shop, so, but it is a true 64 Chevelle Malibu. So that one's going to be getting worked on. We also have the other Chevelle, which I will come over here, plug in the light, and show you guys. And yes, I am doing this video recording on my phone because I want to get a new GoPro for filming at the shop and not my nice cameras. So once I do that, there'll be GoPros, which will be nice. This is the other Chevelle. We're going to be doing some motor stuff to it as well, but right now we are also doing a fuel system and a rear end. It was a dragster. Here's the fuel system so far. And then we are doing the rear end of this car. I know there's not the best lighting. Now, some of the toys we have, some of the toys we have at the shop, Paul's bike. So this is Paul's Hayabusa. It's turboed. I don't know if you can see it. Really badass bike. And once we get the GoPros and everything, I'll have Paul put a camera on the helmet. He'll take it out. It's a 200 mile an hour bike. Well, faster than 200 mile an hour bike. Really fast bike, all custom. He also has a pretty nasty truck. Now, the truck you can see on my TikTok. I'll go ahead and show you. He's won many, many awards for this truck. Many, many. And all we're going to show for now, because the truck is going to be getting worked on. We're going to be pulling the motor out of this thing, and because the motor's hurt. But everything in here is handmade. As you can see, all the polished aluminum work, you know. You got Chris Camerasima's 60th anniversary racing engines on there. The whole nine. This is a very, very pretty truck. Pro Mag system. So you guys take a look at it. Very, very pretty truck. This truck obviously stays covered. It's got a lot of pearl in the paint, custom paint. I can show you some of the awards as well that Paul has won for this. Paul is a very good fabricator. He's been teaching me a lot, and he's already taught me some fabrication. These are the engine stands. Let's go ahead and go over these real quick. So this is the one we're going to be flipping. We went ahead when we got it. It was yellow, had nothing on it. We went ahead and got a radio on it. This is the fuel system. That's the battery tray, and this is the gauge cluster. This is the one we're going to be keeping, mainly because it's a little lower to the ground and we like the handle on it. Always nice to have a handle. So, coming to the trophy room. Here's the truck at World of Wheels in Chicago. Right there. Here's some of the other awards and trophies. He has one for the truck. Those are all trophies for the truck. Other ones, you know, you got more stuff like that and all this. Now, Paul is also a drag racer. He's been on racing teams for a very long time. Here's some racing stuff. Here's some racing stuff. I mean, this is just all cars he's worked on. All Top Fuel, funny cars, dragsters that he's worked on. Really interesting guy. He's done a lot in his life, and it's really good to really learn from someone like Paul. Here's Paul on TV. The light's kind of blocking his face, but very, very interesting. A very awesome job experience. I'm going to set the camera back down by the lift. So yeah, to come, we got the Recovery Podcast, which I was looking in on doing myself, but through the PRA and everything, let me get the light out of there. Through the PRA and everything, it's going to work out a lot better, especially with the guy that I'm doing it with. He's done it for a long period of time, and he knows a lot. With the car channel and stuff, that's all the chalkboard. With the chalkboard, we're going to be podcasting. I know my solo podcast never really went off like a big hit or anything like that, but I'm going to be doing a lot of solo podcasting. I want to get back into live streaming my podcast and stuff like that. So right now, me and Heather are getting a computer situation figured out. I got my computer all hooked up. I just need to get a couple more things for it, because after the whole ordeal with Kentucky and everything, I kind of lost some of my stuff, and I kind of had to start from scratch again. So I still got my soundboard and all my mics and everything like that. That's all good. I still got the old Alienware, and I got another gaming computer as well for editing and gaming, because I want to get back into live streaming as well. I know I had a decent little following for my live streaming. None of this is for money. This is because I got out of this. My hobby, when I started the chalkboard, my hobby was film and all that. You know, producing content, not for revenue or anything, just a joy for myself, because I enjoy this. This was a goal of mine, to grow up to become an independent director and to direct my own stuff and turn the chalkboard into a platform. Not necessarily, when I say like Netflix, not like Netflix, but it just has multiple sources of content on there for different kinds of people, like the hiking that me and Heather have been doing, or the podcasting, or the car channel where, you know, we're working on cars in the shop, or the race stuff when we're at the racetrack and we're working on race cars and we're going down the strip. So there's going to be multiple sources of content. The TikTok is one that you can really keep up to date with what the chalkboard is doing. Like I said, that one is the chalkboard, but the username is Ultradyne Performance. Mainly because the TikTok's going to focus mainly on the car aspect of things, and then the podcast will in turn end up getting its own podcast. I think I am going to be sticking with the name Bros and H2O, mainly because I don't drink. Now that's not to say if I have Mitch on my podcast, for instance, which obviously a lot of you older guys that have been with the chalkboard for the past 2 years know who Mitch is. He's my cousin, real funny guy. He does drink. Obviously, I don't drink, especially I don't drink anymore, but he probably will have beers on the channel and stuff. That's whatever. It's not a big deal for me. He can do that. I'm trying to get Heather to come in and do a couple podcasts with me maybe, and get a girl's point of view on there, because we've never really had that on the channel, and I think that would go over very well. And yeah, I just want to, discuss a lot of different topics, especially ones that are coming up. You got a lot of this conspiracy stuff coming out. You got the UFOs. We got them coming out and saying aliens are real after we've already known this, and a ton of shit that has come out since I quit podcasting. And I obviously don't have a podcast crew like I used to, a group of guys. What I mean by crew, a group of guys to come weekly and do a podcast with me, mainly because I'm not in that friend group no more. I don't really associate myself with a lot of the people that I used to, which is good for me. And I'm happy for it, because they weren't going nowhere and I wasn't going nowhere hanging out with them. So sometimes you gotta cut out people, even without knowing you're cutting people out, to move forward in life. And I had some people in my life that were helping me ruin my life. Get what I mean? No, it's not like it was their fault. They weren't saying no, though. They weren't telling me to stop. So, just make sure you surround yourself with people that love you and truly want the best for you, because that's all I've been surrounding myself with. And it's a very small-knit community of people that are like that. And, that's why a lot of grown-ups will always say you only got a couple true friends and stuff. And even those true friends might not be your forever friends, Knowing somebody and then not knowing them is not a bad thing, I have memories with my old friend group that I will never not remember. especially with Jeff. I haven't spoke to Jeff in a long time. In a long time. And that's my fault. Sorry about that. We had someone come in the shop. But yeah, I haven't talked to him in a while, and that's my fault. So, but hey, he's doing better. He's out in Nebraska. You know, from last I heard from Mitch, he's talking to a girl, got a girlfriend, shit like that. So, you know, props to him. I miss him a lot, and I still love him, and I hope the best for him. So, yeah, but the channel's making a strong comeback, and I'm excited for it. I hope you guys are excited for it. Or if you're not, I really don't care, because I'm going to produce content either way. And I'm not just saying that this time. I know in the past, I'm trying to get content rolling. You know, these past 7 months have been a difficult 7 months for me. It's been a hard year, is what it's been. Like I said, with my dad dying and everything, it's just been rough. So, looking forward to a new year, new start. When I say new year, I'm not meaning I'm waiting until January to start filming again. I'm getting a phone call, sorry. Let me end that. But, no, I'm going to be starting today probably. I would like to do a podcast today. So, that's the whole goal. And I'm going to get her done. Get her done, bro. And if we start on the Chevelle today, I'm going to do some filming on the Chevelle and start making some videos on that. Those videos will come out as they come out. I'm not going to promise everything, but I do know that my podcasts are going to be coming out 2 to 3 times a week. I just got a text from my stepdad. Oh, airsoft gun. Oh, all right. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy yourselves and have an amazing day.